right, your Tyler Herro take. Your much-awaited Tyler Herro take.
Yeah, here's the thing, man. Over the last week or so, nothing has been funnier than this show both accusing Woj of being a mouthpiece for the Blazers and then also hyping up Tyler Herro like he's the second coming. It is not a coincidence that the Heat went on their magical playoff run when Tyler Herro broke his hand. Like that, I don't know how you can argue that Tyler Herro is a reasonable centerpiece for this deal.
Well, Jeremy's about to.
But also, he scores 20. You guys were seriously, I think it was Mike Ryan, to be fair, we're seriously trying to argue that he's better than Tyrese Maxey because he gets 4 rebounds a game.
It was a crazy take.
That was me.
Maxey gets 3 rebounds a game or whatever it was. First of all, Maxey plays with Joel Embiid, who's 100 feet tall. And second of all, that's not the point. Tyler Herro can't play defense. He is hunted.
Neither can
routinely
Tyrese Maxey, though. He's not a good defender.
But you're arguing that like there's a wide gulf between Tyler Herro and Tyrese Maxey. There isn't. And if the situation were different, imagine that Dame hasn't demanded a trade. And imagine that we all don't know that he can only go to Miami. If you heard that there was a Dame Lillard trade centered around Tyler Herro, you would say to yourself, what the hell are the Blazers doing? What are they doing? That's insane. He's just not that guy. And I don't – look, they have to trade him to Miami. That's clear. Like, we all know that's going to happen. But it is not a ridiculous proposition for the Blazers to put a hold on this deal to say there's got to be something better out there, even if they have to play him for the first couple months and wait for some other team to jump in. Tyler Herro isn't that good at basketball, and he's certainly not good enough to be the only meaningful player in a trade for Damian Lillard.
I think the argument would be that there's not really a discernible difference in terms of where their value is in the NBA between what group of players do Tyrese Maxey and Tyler Herro belong to. You can argue Maxey's better. I could argue Herro's better. We are just ultimately splitting hairs. But when you look at these two players, it's about the value that they can get back. So no, it's not about building your future around Tyler Herro. No different than you wouldn't really want to build your future roster around Tyrese Maxey. It's about what type of value does that player represent and what can they facilitate. Herro or Maxey probably wouldn't even end up on the Blazers. It's them then being sent to another team to get more first-round picks coming in because the Blazers want to be bad. And the reality of this conversation is there is no conversation. There's one offer out there, and it's for Tyler Herro, and he's a good enough player alongside the bevy of first-round picks that will be offered and the other types of money that'll fill in, that this will be a great deal. There would be no argument for any other franchise to get a great player like Damian Lillard for this type of deal anywhere but Miami.
You got Schur!
Raising his voice back here, man.
But the only reason that's true is that Dame has said he only wants to go to Miami.
Right, and that happens over and over all across the league to all sorts of different teams, and nobody's ever mad about it.
Sure, but the way that this needs to be explained is he's only said he can go to one city. The best player that the Heat have to offer is Tyler Herro, so that's what they're going to get. You can't make the argument, as I believe you were making as a show, and it might not have been you, Jeremy. It may have been Mike Ryan, Heat homer Mike Ryan.
It also was probably me.
Probably. But you can't make the argument that, like, oh, no, wait, it's actually, if you think about it, a really good deal. It's not a really good deal. It's like it's the best they can do because their player has said there's only one city he wants to go to.
Right.
So fine, you're going to get Tyler Herro.
I agree that if you make it Lillard for Herro, it's sort of a ridiculous potential trade, but it becomes a little less ridiculous when you consider that one player is 10 years younger than the other. You have a lot more down the road upside with Tyler Herro.
He's absolutely at his ceiling. There is no
okay, but his ceiling, but
he's never getting better. Are you saying he's never getting better? Are you reporting that exclusively?
Yes, that is an exclusive report. I've done crunch the numbers. He's at his ceiling. Okay. He maybe will go from 20 points a game to 21.5 points a game, but he's not getting better. He's never going to – you're never going to look back at this and say, like, oh, well, you know what? The Blazers really made out on that Damian Lillard trade. Like, forget it.
So, Mike, you're right in terms of maybe it's not an equal deal to get that star Damian Lillard to Miami and what they would get in return. But can't you look at any of these deals for superstars over the last 5-10 years and say, no, they never get an equal return. They get a bunch of first-round draft picks and whatever the best player available is from the team that this star demanded they go to. It's never equal.
I don't, in theory, disagree, but Rudy Gobert was worth
He's the one
5
example that I brought up in this
first-round
room saying, he's the one example where it doesn't make sense.
He's the Rudy Gobert who did nothing for the team that traded for him was worth 5 first-round picks and 2 pick swaps or whatever it was. I mean, the Wolves don't pick in the first round until 2037 now, and if that is the mark, and that's the Timberwolves being stupid, but that is not the same as getting Tyler Herro and like 2 pick swaps or whatever the hell the Blazers are going to get from the Heat.
Realistically, it's the magic of Danny Ainge, though, right? He could just go in and just tell anybody anything and be like, all right, yeah, I'm going to 5 first-round picks for sure.
I think it's the magic of A-Rod is really what it is.
Yeah, does
It's the
A-Rod's
reverse magic of
stupidity,
A-Rod.
is A-Rod screwing us again? Does
There's
A-Rod's
no way-
stupidity
there's
change
no
this
way
market
that he
forever?
signed off on that. He's like, you know what? Great idea. Let's do it.
Yeah, love it. Let's do it. Splashy.